Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, February 10th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi. Our energy mantra for today is my heart vibration is a love revelation. And today it's eclipse day. We have a lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo. Eclipses always bring an extra little oomph to the energy. So we know full moons to have a strong energy. It brings out emotions, but it brings out, I feel like, our light. Some hollow filling in words for me. I feel like it's like asking us to shine, be our full self, the light even in those things that we may consider shadows. And this eclipse feels really powerful to me on so many levels. So this eclipse, we have the sun at 22 Aquarius, the moon at 22 degrees Leo, 22, master degree, revolution, evolution, Uranus degree. So we're being asked to step it up personally in our own lives, in and through this energy. Then, not only that, we have Chiron feeding into this energy. Chiron is 22 degrees Pisces. So to me, behind the insight, the light, the high vibrational energy that Aquarius brings, with the healing level of Chiron and Pisces at master level 22 energy, and then the moon at Leo bringing in the heart, to me this is energy of Jesus. It's Christ consciousness. I believe we all have Christ consciousness, which to me, Christ consciousness is love consciousness. It's heart-centered consciousness. But all of this energy putting together is like, okay, so Jesus, myth or reality, whatever you want to believe, whether it's a story for us to learn from or whether this was a man, doesn't matter to me. I mean, what's real anyways? What is reality? The stories in our head? I don't know. So, myth or reality, but Jesus, the tale that it tells us is one of agape. It is one of love. It is one of forgiveness. It's one of integrity. And so this energy is being brought up through us in this energy to create. It's lighting up the heart energy, and it's lighting up the vibration of the world through those of us who can tap into this heart energy. This is what the world needs at this time. This love energy beaming its way out. And I'm going to show you really quick, then I'll come back to it later. So I totally grabbed the wrong set of cards. Not the set of cards that I wanted to pull, but I grabbed these and pulled this card. And it's the Taurus card. Again, different deck, but same card, that Taurus, which is the heart vibrational energy. And that's what's going on. That's what's being brought to life and to light in this lunar eclipse energy. Now, as we build to the energy, we're getting some great insights to help take us into this. We have Mercury sextiling Venus. So Mercury is in Aquarius, bringing forth these mental vibrations. And it's at 5 degrees, which is that degree of revelation. So we're having these revelations of the might, insights, liberations of old things thought, translated, enlightened, lifted up into a new way of thinking. Connecting to Venus, which Venus represents our value, our worth, relationship, it can represent that as well, love, Venus in Aries, so this love, this worth, this relationship that we have with ourselves. The revelation of this is that it starts and ends and everything in between with you. And whatever is going on in your life, so whether you are on a twin journey like I am, or you are in a soulmate relationship, or you are single and mingling, or singling and tingling, whatever it may be, in this energy, it begins and ends with you. It begins and ends here. It's all here. It all starts within. The revelation is your own heart. The revelation is your vibration that you are bringing forth. And we've been talking about this all month, but this is just so enlightened today by this energy of the moon. So that prepares us for this shift, that prepares us for this transit. As we build into that transit, the moon, right before it reaches its eclipse energy, meets up with Uranus. And this Uranus meeting, it's a trine, so that's an easy connection. It's a helpful connection. It's stabilizing. It's the power of 3. The power of 3 is so strong. And I love this. It's happening at 21 degrees, which is that 3 energy of expansion. Uranus and Aries, who I am, the liberation of my I am, connecting to my heart. I am love. I am this brilliant heart Taurus energy radiating at all times. Now, I love this energy too because this energy is also creating a bit of a grand trine energy. We have Lilith, true Black Moon Lilith. A lot of people will ask me about Lilith at various places. I look at the true one. Lilith oscillates. She's like the feminine who is here and there, who flits and flies and moves. And there's the mean Lilith, which kind of estimates where they think Lilith should be, or there's the true Lilith. I feel and work with the true Lilith. It's, up to every person. There's a reason why there's both, but that's the one that I look at. So anyways, the true Lilith energy is Black Moon Lilith. There's Mahalo stumbling around. My little Leo making an appearance, splitting his tail. He's like a little snake. Anyways, that energy is trining. It's in Sagittarius. So it's creating a grand trine in fire through this energy, giving that foundation of this wild feminine, allowing this wild feminine vibration to come up and move through and be a part of this energy. Now, this is at 19 degrees, Lilith is. So it's not an exact trine, but I feel like we're going to feel her anyways. And that is 10 energy, which is valuing the energy of the feminine in and through the expression of your heart revelation. There's a place for this wild. There's a place for the wild in this love. There's a place to liberate this vibration within you and within the world. It's coming forward. How are we going to do it? Are we tending to those volcanoes in this, or are we going to let her come up like Kali, Lilith, Pele? It's up to you. My feeling is we need to value and bring forth this energy consciously and in a heart-centered manner, especially through this eclipse. So that's the last little meeting before we hit eclipse point. Full moon, the peak of it happens 4:33 p.m. Pacific time. That is 7:33 p.m. Eastern time, and then so on and so forth. It says that the eclipse will be visible through some of the Americas, Europe, Africa, and Asia. It is not a full eclipse. It is a partial eclipse. So we're only just going to see part of the shadow. We're not going to see the full shadow energy. But I feel as these eclipses happen, it's not about shaming the shadow. And it's not about necessarily, what's the thing? It's not about shaming the shadow. It's not even necessarily releasing the shadow. I think it's about, okay, recognizing this shadow is here for a reason. What is this teaching me? How does this bring me back to myself? How does this bring me back to my wholeness? In a lot of teachings, Lilith energy is not necessarily a positive one, but rather a darker energy or a shadow energy. I do not experience her as such. In me, when I experience Lilith, I experience her as primal wild feminine. I experience her as powerful. However, I do not attribute energies such as rage and anger to Lilith. That to me is suppressed energy and not her true, authentic expression. So I really want you to look at in this energy and love, use this energy of revolution, evolution, love, to look at these things that you have deemed shadow within yourself and find that light in there and find how it's lighting you up and find how these things that you may have deemed as shadow is taking you back into the revelation of your full vibrational self being brought forward, because it's important. So this looks like it's going to be a long scope, but yay, my computer does long scopes now without hanging up. So the Sabian symbol. Now again, I do things different. I do things my way. I'm Sagittarius. I got to do things my way. Some people read the next degree over because the degrees start at 0 within this. I don't do that. Or they start at 0 and they go to 30. Rather, because all the degrees start at 0. I read it at the degree that it's at. That's where I find my resonance. Everybody's got to do for them what feels right. The stuff's evolving. So I read it for 22 degrees. So this moon, 22 degrees, a carrier pigeon fulfilling its mission. Again, here's this Jesus energy. He's like represented a lot of times by the dove, or Holy Spirit is as well. But here he was, fulfilling his mission. How are you fulfilling your spiritual mission? How are you showing up in and through this energy? My kitties look like they're about to have a ramp around wrestling match, and I have some candles lit. Please behave, little playful beasts. So, are you fulfilling your mission? And how are you seeing yourself? Like, the carrier pigeons. Pigeons are like doves with, different colored outfits. So, are you seeing yourself as this carrier pigeon, and yet you are this light of the world? Because that's what it is. You are the light of the world. Can you see yourself as such? So the Sabian symbol for where the sun is at 22 degrees Aquarius is beautiful and really in line with our GPS that we did this week. 22 Aquarius, a rug is placed on the floor of a nursery to allow children to play in comfort and warmth. And that brings me, I feel like, to the peak energy of this. The child within you, your inner child, the part of yourself that resonates with innocence, that's the place where love really comes from. That is the energy of love. It's not suspicious. It's not looking out for itself at every given moment. It's just this radiant energy of love. It is a master. And, there's various, things in the Bible. Let the children come to me. Or, can't get a camel through a needle, but you can get a child through it. I know it's not really how it goes. I'm paraphrasing. But this takes us back to heart. The child, the innocence, takes us back to heart. And this is where I feel like we really need to go in this energy. Get down, play, dance, sing, paint, be creative. Bring forth the energy of your child into this energy, your inner child, whatever age. Find that joy, elevate it, lift it up. Recognize the importance in your child. I pulled many cards for this reading just to look around and see what was coming up. And from the inner child, I pulled the Child of Hearts, which is saying, be curious, look, play, experiment. I think we're all kind of toddlers on here. None of us have got it figured out. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. Play. Bring forth this energy. This energy wants to liberate the joy. Our earth needs love. It needs joy. Find the joy. Find the play. Because that's what's happening. It's all a play. How are you feeding in your energy? Where are you lending your vibration? My heart vibration is a love revelation. Your heart vibration is what the world needs at this time. Look at these cards that I have. The flowering and the creator. This is where we take that light from within. You are the light of the world. We take that light from within, and then we beam it outward. We beam it outward in the Taurus energy. It happens. This is science. We're literally putting out there. So what is your vibration saying in and through this energy? It is up to you. And it starts and ends again in you, through you. And that's where Jupiter, we haven't talked about Jupiter yet. Jupiter is playing a part of this. Jupiter is part of a yod, pointing at that healing, the innocence, healing the wholeness within you, which means healing all parts of you, that inner child and so on. So Jupiter energy in Libra, retrograde, is taking us deeper within. It's at 23 degrees. So again, we have that revelation energy. The 23 is Mercury. It can be mine, but I feel like there are revelations coming forth. It's the revelation of your worth, the revelation of the worth of your heart, the revelation of the worth of your inner child and all parts of yourself. This retrograde to me is coming back into the wholeness of such, coming back into the wholeness of all of this. Whew! And I have another card to go into that, but we will in a minute. Like I said, this is a long one, sorry, but there's a lot to be said. The eclipses are intense energy. So, final aspect of the day. After all this shift, after we reach the peak of this eclipse, after we see the light and we love the light of the shadows in and through us, we have the moon connecting to Saturn. So moon in Leo, newly off of this peak of this full moon, off the peak of the eclipse, connecting to Saturn. How are you showing up, and how are your beliefs allowing you to show up, and how are you flowing with your personal evolution of this energy, your personal divine order, and your personal integration of this energy? It's going to be up to you. Can you do this process? This to me is the process of what's going on. But to get there, we have to recognize there are parts of ourselves that we're holding back. These jewels, they're not always just light within us. Some of them are some of those shadows that contain jewels, but we have been suppressing it because we are afraid. We're afraid of our power. We're afraid of these revelations we can bring forth. We are afraid of the light. We're afraid of the vibrations. What if I stood in my full power? What would that look like? Oh my God, it would look like amazingness. We've also got clinging to the past. This is why so many of us hold back, because of this past. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. None of that is true. You are the light of the world. You are this flowing and glowing energy. Can you live as such? Let's see. Okay, so Taurus. The Taurus card. Magnetic energy. This card connects you to energetic fields of the earth and your heart connection to that of her and to that of the earth. You may be feeling disconnected, alone. You need a boost of unconditional love to aid in overcoming difficult situations. Perhaps you could simply use a dose of grounding in the moment. Take an opportunity to find a place in nature, no matter how small. Reconnect your energy to the planet. Use all your senses and feel this magnetic connection. Maybe that's what gravity is. There's a magnet in us, and we are attuned. Our magnet is attuned to the energy of Earth. This Mother Earth energy, it nurtures and grounds you in your being, the love and stability you need to help you realize the transience of challenges and the magnificence of miracles in your life. And I'm going to point out this card is card number 55, for those of you who like numbers, which is that of divine worth. And then from the cards that I really wanted to pull from, these sacred geometry cards. You guys are going to love this one. It jumped out. I started shuffling and it was like, phew, and I was like, this one? Yep, this one. The kiss. An expression of love. Earthly love, relationship. Let's see. Beauty and love surround the sweet kiss. It takes place in the shared space where two interlocking golden rings create a Vesica Piscis. Pisces? I always want to call it Vesica Pisces, but it's not Pisces. It's Pisces or something like that, but I'm saying it totally wrong. Oh well. The almond-shaped, or viewed from another angle, eye-shaped center here symbolizes the sacred space in which the kiss becomes a union of souls. The symbolic joining celebrates the coming together of the whole individuals in mutual understanding, finding common ground. There's that grounding energy. Love expands through this shared vision. Further represented are the marriage of heaven and earth, of light and dark, of the elemental forces. Well, that sure sounds like this eclipse. A rainbow ring and one of the stars entwined with gold and suggests that we come together in tenderness and respect. Agape love. We also intertwine with universal energies. Relationships can inspire communion that offers us the eyes to see beyond everyday reality into realms that which we may more clearly experience our connection to all that is. This card invites you to take a holistic view of relationships in your life. See them existing in balance and respect. This is every relationship, not just love relationships. Relationships with your family, relationships with your friends, relationships with politicians. Love rules. This is a love revelation. This is a love revolution. Look deeply into the eyes of each of your relationships, be they intimate or casual, for business or any of the ways we interact with and teach each other. Feel how love feeds you, and remember that nourishment, even when your friends are not around. Know that you also share sacred union within your own heart. This goes back to my horoscope that I did yesterday. You are one within your heart. You are your tribe. You are never alone. Offer the love and respect that you seek from others. Offer yourself the love and respect that you seek from others. Connecting with the feeling of the kiss may take you into a heart space from which to heal those old wounds. There's that Chiron energy, and envision a bright future. And I think this is probably pretty significant to those of you who are twins or in significant relationship or desiring significant relationship with yourself or with another around you. So, that's a lot. Enjoy this eclipse. Touch your heart. Get into the inner child. That's the point of it. If I could break it down into, one sentence, feel the agape love within you and offer it to everything around you, starting with yourself. Because when you start here, it will grow and expand, and then they'll just come flocking to you like Lala just came, running over to finish out the horoscope. So, happy eclipsing. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.